Breyers who? Haagen-Dazs who? When I tell you this is a different level of ice cream, I am not kidding. This is my blueberry swirl cheesecake ice cream. We're gonna make such a creamy base. We're gonna swirl in some of that luscious blueberry sauce. We're gonna have graham crackers in there, some cream cheese, you know what I'm talking about? And then we're gonna freeze it. But look at how smooth that is. And it's no churn, so you do not need an ice cream machine. So let's go. So in my stand mix over here, I'm gonna add 1 cup of heavy cream, and then we're just gonna whip that until it becomes into stiff peaks. And please make sure not to overmix it, because if you overmix it, you're gonna get butter, and honey, that's for a different day, okay? So just until it's stiff peaks, and then you're gonna transfer that to another bowl. Okay, so now I'm gonna add 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and the zest of a small lemon. Now, you wanna make sure that your cream cheese is it's up to temperature, because we do not want any lumps in this, okay? We need this to be very smooth. And you cannot substitute any of the ingredients, okay? This is just a standard recipe. You need the heavy cream and you need the sweetened condensed milk, because the combination of the two is what's gonna make this not icy, okay? So usually when you wanna freeze something, it has ice crystals, but the combination of the heavy cream and the sweetened condensed milk make it as though it freezes smoothly, and then there's no ice crystals on there. So the heavy cream and the sweetened condensed milk are the two, they're like the necessary ingredients for a no churn ice cream. And I do have a lot of other recipes that do require one, and I will show that in the future. And definitely, if you are going to invest in something this summer, I do suggest that it's an ice cream machine, because we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Like, say, Thin Mint ice cream. Can you ever find that in your grocery store? So just saying, you want to invest in that. So now I just transferred it to another bowl, and we're gonna let it freeze. You want to obviously have a tight lid container on there, and then put it in the freezer for about 4 hours. And now we're just gonna get our blueberry sauce ready. Okay, so in a saucepan that's been scratched up very nicely, I'm gonna put a cup of blueberries. I'm gonna put a little bit of sugar, some lemon, and we're just gonna stir that up with a splash of water. You want to have this on about medium heat until most of your blueberries pop, and until you have a very, very nice purple mixture. And make sure you have a designated spoon for all your berry sauces, because it will stain, okay? So now that we have some nice looking purple love over here, we're just gonna have a cornstarch slurry, which is equal parts cornstarch and water, and then we're just gonna mix that in and have it on there for about a minute, just to cook the raw flavor out of the cornstarch. And after about a minute, you want to transfer it to a bowl and then let it cool completely in the fridge. And it will set as it sits, okay? So right now it does look a bit runny, but as it cools, it's going to be a lot more firm. Okay, so now it's been about 4 hours. The ice cream base is still not frozen all the way, but you know, it's firm, it's held its shape. And I just want you guys to see how smooth it is. Like, it looks like soft serve ice cream, and that's what we want. Okay, and now for the little fixins, if you will. This step is optional, and by optional, I mean absolutely necessary. I mean, like, you can't have a cheesecake without a graham cracker crust. Okay, so I'm breaking up the cookies, and you can see I'm making some smaller pieces and some larger pieces, just because I want there to be, you know, different textures. After that, I'm just gonna mix it in the base. So now I'm just gonna spoon in my blueberry sauce on the top, spoonful by spoonful, and then I'm gonna take this butter knife and just go in a zigzag pattern and kind of just swirl it in my ice cream. Now you don't want to mix this, okay? You still want a marbled effect. So just lightly swirl it until you incorporate it in your mixture. And I just love how many shades of purple that created. You have your dark purple, you have your velvet, you have some of the white base peeking through. I can still see a lemon zest, I can see the graham crackers. It was just perfection. Okay, so now I just covered it and put it in the fridge for a couple more hours. I just left it there overnight, and then it's time to serve. So I am so sorry that I'm not using an ice cream scoop. I realized how unsatisfying this is, but mine broke, okay? I'm sorry, but I'm just using a teaspoon. But look at how soft. Look at the marbled effect. You can see the graham crackers, you can see everything. So I just served myself up a good portion here, and then you can just decorate it with some more graham cracker crust. I use mine as nacho chips to pick up my ice cream with, okay? And you can even have yourself a little ice cream sandwich situation going on, or bake yourself a cheesecake crust in the oven, put the whole thing on top, and you just got yourself the best ice cream cake ever. You're welcome. So I really hoped you guys enjoyed this recipe. Summer's coming, so I'm gonna be making a lot more flavors. I'm gonna be getting a lot more creative, and I'm gonna be using recipes that need an ice cream machine and that don't. So I'm gonna have something there for everyone. And I really hope you guys enjoyed watching me today. Bye bye.